In 1982, video game company Mystique released Custer's Revenge. In it, players control a pixelated version of Major General George Armstrong Custer with an objective to rape a Native American woman while avoiding arrows raining from the sky. Custer is depicted as a white man wearing nothing but a cavalry hat and pair of boots, accompanied with an abnormally huge erection. On the other side of the screen, the Indian woman, whose skin color is slightly darker, is tied to a stick without her clothes on. Her breasts and bottom are disproportionately larger. A little background information here. Major General Custer fought in many wars in the United States Army since the second half of the 19th century. He was killed at the Battle of Little Bighorn. Although there is no actual proof of him committing rape against Indians, several accounts accuse the Major General of the war crime. Sex in video games were not new to the public in the 80s. In fact, Mystique had released many pornographic games in the same year as Custer's Revenge. However, Custer's Revenge was particularly targeted due to its explicit and graphic content.
Well, if you look at what they represent, raping, racism, violence, pornography, militarism, all the worst kinds of things in society which we would like to eliminate. So I think that they're very detrimental.
According to Crawford, one of the features of video games is safety, meaning there is no real-life consequence for the actions taken by the player in the game. Therefore, stuff that would normally get you in jail, such as involuntary sex and violence, have often been major themes of video games. But that does not mean the game itself would not pose any effect on the player. As mentioned by McLuhan, games are popular arts, collective social reactions to the main drive or actions of any culture. Seeing an officer commit rape against a Native American woman being portrayed in a comedic way may result in players thinking the action is okay or even funny.
Come over here a second.
Oh,
Tell him.
I heard what you were saying. You know nothing of my work.
Apart from shaping cultures, video games also serve as reflection of how people in a society think. Games like Institution are extension of social man and of the body politics. The depiction of Native Americans in Custer's Revenge demonstrated how a significant proportion of the population perceived the minority. In those people's eyes, Native Americans are weak, inferior sexual objects.